Hi and welcome to this week's Ask Charlie. I thought that I would share with you what I do on a Friday to get ready and organised for the weekend. There might be a few other bits and pieces in this week's vlog too. On a Friday, I like to just set everything straight and start the weekend kind of on a good note. I don't want to be on the back foot going into the weekend, so I try as best I can to get the house straight, to get up to date with the laundry, to make sure that I've got food in the fridge for the weekend, and just that everything's kind of under control. I want to enjoy my weekend. I don't want to spend too much time doing laundry, cleaning, you know, all of those boring things. I want to be with the children, relaxing. that's not really a word in my life, to be honest, relaxing. But do you know what I mean? I just don't want to be doing unnecessary kind of jobs I can get done before the children break up for the weekend. Now, another top tip that I want to share with you is on a Friday when the children get back from school, I get them to sort out their school bags and their sports kit, and they have to go through, they have to take their water bottles out, they have to put them by the dishwasher, they have to empty their sports bags and put the laundry by the washing machine so I can get it done on a Friday evening. I find if I leave the sports bags and don't do them on a Friday evening, then I'm kind of on the back foot again on Sunday night, scrabbling around trying to find things. I like to kind of get their school bags ready and sorted and washed and done by, you know, Saturday afternoon, and that way there's none of that last minute scrabbling around on a Sunday. I say that, you know, it doesn't always go to plan, but the best made plans and all of that, we can try. And I just don't want festering sports kit, particularly now they're getting older, hanging around in a bag, smelling for the weekend. I just want to get it done. So that is my top tip. And get your children to help. I mean, get them involved, get them to, you know, empty their bag and give you the dirty things. And I have had to say to mine, no, don't just tip out the entire contents because I'm sure there are some things in there that haven't been used and don't need washing. So anyway, I am just this stuff. I've got the iron out. I'm probably not going to use it. So if there's something that just needs a little iron, like a frill on a collar or something, like this, for example, I just like to iron the cuffs and these bits. I don't iron the rest of it. This is M&S actually, and it's probably about 4 or 5 months old, so I don't know if it's still available. But I'm always getting asked what I'm wearing, and I think I'm the world's worst influencer because most of my stuff is kind of pre-loved or fairly ancient, so I'm trying to get a bit better at sharing things with you. I'm wearing my Peachy belt. I love Peachy belts. It's all I wear actually. They are so great, and the brilliant thing is you can change the buckle, so I've got a beautiful bamboo gold buckle, so if I want to look a little bit smarter, and I've also got a beautiful kind of pearl buckle if we're going somewhere special. I can just swap that round, so that's really handy. And then these jeans are old and ripped and really tatty, but I just thought I would share those with you because there's always people that ask. So yeah, I'm just folding the laundry, getting the house square, getting some flowers to make things look pretty, and just you know, making sure that everything's sort of in order and ready for the weekend, and then we can enjoy it as much as possible, and a lot of the chores are done. I mean, the chores are just endless, aren't they? There's always something that needs doing. This is Archie's SpongeBob hoodie. It's hideous. Actually, there's not very much on the front. It's pretty hideous, but he loves it. His absolute favourite. I think, really, do we need the SpongeBob? Yes, mummy. So you've got to kind of go with it. There's sometimes that I just say, no, you're not wearing that. But as they get older, they've got to have, you know, their say, and wear the things that they want to wear, but personally black tracky bums and a black SpongeBob hoodie is not really my thing, but if it makes him happy, that is fine. So I also plan what we're going to eat for the weekend. Sometimes the plans change slightly, but as much as possible I plan. We're actually going to our local Point to Point, which is so exciting that actually it's happening tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to. So I just want to make sure that I've got, you know, food and drinks and things like that to enjoy. And then I always make a loaf of sourdough for the weekend, which I personally just love it. I was hoping Si would love it more than he does, but I'm trying to get him off the white bread and be slightly healthier. But it's easier said than done sometimes, isn't it? Anyway, hopefully I will convert him, but I thoroughly enjoy it. And actually the children really enjoy it, particularly with a bowl of soup. So, you know, this t-shirt, for example, looks a bit creased, but if I flatten it out, give it a good stretch, it's only Coco's pyjama top, so it doesn't need too much TLC, and just, you know, fold it nicely. Voila, it's done. So, yeah, what else are we up to? Tea towel here. Mother's Day on Sunday, which is really exciting. So I sent out, when did it go out? I think it went out last weekend. My Mother's Day, a sort of top 10, you know, favourite things for Mother's Day, sort of Mother's Day ideas for you via email. So if you didn't get it, you need to subscribe to my email list on my website. And just, you know, put your email address in, and then you'll get notified of my weekly blog posts. And also when I send out things like that, I don't bombard you, I promise. But if I've got, you know, a new course or, you know, something new, then you'll get an email from me, and you will get my weekly blog post and, you know, top tips and, you know, various bits and pieces I send out to you. So do subscribe if you haven't. And also, very, very exciting, I have got a new website being built at the moment, so I haven't seen it yet. It's coming soon, and I can't wait to share that with you. So that is really exciting. And then I need to talk to you about my Easter course. I'm standing here mainly so I can look out at the dogs in the garden, but sharing this beauty with you too. So yes, the Easter course is starting on Monday, which has come around so quickly. I'm going to pair up the socks while I'm chatting to you because I didn't want to waste time. The Easter course starts on Monday, and I've had so much fun creating it. I love creating my online courses, and in the Easter course we have flower arranging with my gorgeous friend Shah Johnson. We have creating Easter trees, making your own decorations. So these I have made, I've probably made, I don't know, 70% of the things hanging on here, which is really lovely. Decorating eggs, and I've got these ones down here. I think these are so pretty and really lovely to have on your table for Easter. So I'm sharing with you how I do those. And then, can you tell I'm excited about this? Making your own Easter eggs. So I'm sharing with you how to do that. It's actually so much easier than you think. And I think Easter eggs have got so expensive. I kind of resent spending all of that money on mainly packaging when you can make your own, and far more cost effective, none of that waste, and super, super yummy. So that's exciting coming in the Easter course. I'm sharing lots of cooking recipes. Coco is cooking with me. Gussie is making things with me as well. So it's a bit of a family affair, to be honest. And we are laying our table. I've got some lovely discount codes for you. What else? We're doing all sorts. Yeah. Baking, arranging, setting, cooking, you know, creating a feast. And throughout the video tutorials, I give you lots and lots of tips of how to do things. And we're making hot cross buns, we're making simnel cakes. It just, yes, goes on and on and on. I've packed it full of lots of goodies for you. So I will leave the link to my Easter course if you're interested in joining. There is time still to enrol below this video. And I will just tell you quickly how I run my Easter course, because I always get lots of questions. So it's online, it's on a platform called teachable.com. It's pre-recorded video tutorials, so basically like blog posts, but with me showing you step by step how to do everything. So it's quite a lot of footage in there, but also they come with PDF notes and recipes that you can print off. Once you've enrolled in the course, you have access to it for life, so you can refer back if there's something that you don't have time to do this year, but you think, you know, actually next year I would like to do that. You absolutely can. So you can log on to Teachable and access the content and go through it. And then I am live next week in a Facebook group just for the Easter course. So just for people that have enrolled in the Easter course, I will be live, and you'll have that group that you can interact with. You can share your creations, you can share, you know, things that you've created, you can ask questions. I will be in that group to answer things, and then we've got the 2 lives. But basically the Facebook group is a bonus. You don't have to be on Facebook at all. It's just a way to kind of interact, the community, you know, and all of that. It's just a bonus to the course. And then those lives in the Facebook group are also saved on Teachable. So if you don't have Facebook, you don't want to get involved in that, totally fine. All the content will be there, saved on Teachable for you. So yes, I'm really, really excited about this. And I think, you know, with everything going on in the world at the moment, we need some joy, we need some distraction. I mean, for me, it's been wonderful creating this and just being able to take my mind kind of away from everything for a moment of what's going on and just think about other things. And it's still, you know, very much there in the forefront of my mind, but sometimes we just need a bit of escapism. And so this course has been great escapism for me to create, and I hope that you find it you know, a wonderful way to escape to and learn from me through, you know, creating, crafting. It was so much fun to get the paints and the glue out and, you know, get mucky. So anyway, yes, that is starting on Monday, which I'm really excited about. But I must get on with the day because there is lots to get done. And what is it with socks? I've got 3 odd ones. Anyway, I will also leave the link to pair socks. This is one pair sock. I know where the other one is. The great thing about these are the mohair. They go in the washing machine. The mohair goes in at, I have to make sure that I've got this right. I'm going to check. Hang on. I don't want to give you the wrong advice. The mohair, I was right, can go in at 40 degrees. The alpaca is a little bit more delicate, needs to go in at 30 degrees, and the cashmere is the most delicate of all and needs to be washed at 20. So, and these are the mohair ones, which I think are my favourite because they're great under your welly boots. I love them. Look at that colour. I'm super excited about those. And then these are the alpaca ones, which are 30, and then gorgeous, gorgeous cashmere ones. I just, I love that colour. So yes, I've got a discount code for pairs of socks, and I will leave that linked below because they're just wonderful. I know it sounds silly, just the little things in life bring you joy, and I think we need that at the moment, and just putting on lovely socks has been bringing me joy. So anyway, enough waffle, enough ramble, we're going to crack on. I love making sure on a Friday that the children's rooms are as straight as possible for a weekend, but Archie put up LED lights that I need to fix, and he's taken down the paint, which is a bit annoying, but anyway, they did look amazing. I need to reattach them, but yeah, try just to get everything as straight as possible on a Friday. Coco's room's looking quite cluttered. I think we need to have a sort out in here, but her bed is looking cosy and ready for her. And actually, this bedspread I got at Stable Antiques in Storrington for her birthday. It's only a Zara one. It was secondhand. I mean, it cost about, I don't know, £10, but I just thought it was really pretty and worked really well in here with the rest of, you know, her bedroom. This is a Molly Brett piece of artwork, which I just love. I bought it for Coco, I think when I was pregnant with her. It's surrounded by rosettes that she's won with Cassie. And actually I wanted to show you this, which Kate Davis, she's on Instagram, I'll link to her below. She painted, in fact she hasn't painted, it's drawn, it's charcoal of Cassie, and she did this for Christmas for Coco, and I just think it's amazing. I'm working from a photo, she's never met the pony before, but I just think it's so stunning and really lovely for Coco to have this of her gorgeous darling pony in her bedroom. So here is Gussie's little room. He's got too many teddy bears and too many books. There isn't space for a bookcase in here. He's a real hoarder. He's got all his sort of treasures that I try to convince him to part with. And then this is from Margaret Tennant, which is just another amazing sort of children's illustrator, the same sort of era as Molly Brett in Coco's room. I just think they're really fun. Big polar bear there. But I just like to try and get the house in order on a Friday while they're at school. I just have a quick whiz round, quick blitz of their bedrooms, and you know, flick the dust around, whiz the hoover around. I don't want to spend the weekend cleaning. I want to enjoy the family as much as possible. So always on a Friday I have a little bit of a blitz. So I'm here at my favourite butcher's. Neil is just getting my order ready. So I come most Fridays to get my meat for the weekend. It depends what we're eating and what we're doing, but so it's a bit noisy with the roads. But Neil's getting everything ready, and we have a little natter as well at the same time, which is lovely. And then next to the butcher's is this really lovely little florist with all sorts of beautiful things. So I'm going to pop in and see if I can get something pretty for the weekend. I feel so lucky that we have this on my doorstep, so I get all sorts in here, from washing powder to, you know, and I've talked about this quite a lot, I'm trying to be more environmentally friendly, more sustainable, and this is just the perfect place to stock up, especially for the weekend. So fruit and veg, chocolate, seeds, and grains and things like that. Really good fruit and veg. Look, even more chocolate. And then jars of herbs and spices back there. So it's a really great place to come and just stock up on bits and pieces for the weekend. So I'm back, having done my errands, and I actually ended up buying some flowers today in Tesco's. I didn't see anything that really caught my eye in the florist, and I'm waiting for my my tulips to be pickable in the garden. So I just got these daffs and some tulips. So I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm literally just going to cut them off and plonk them in some jugs. I think spring flowers are so beautiful on their own that I don't feel like I need to add a whole lot of other stuff, if that makes sense. I just like the simplicity of a jug full of daffodils. I'm cutting them on the angle, and I'm going to put quite a few in here because I want this just to be sort of overflowing with daffs. I think it's so lovely to have fresh flowers for the weekend, and that's why I grow a lot myself. And I find I haven't quite nailed it down to like having stuff all year round that I can pick in the garden. I think that's quite tricky, to be honest. I need to work on it. Right. These will open up quite quickly, and actually I'm going to put these beside Olga because they will open up, and I think those will be enough. Cut these slightly longer to go in this jug, which is a little bit taller. And you can always hold them up and see where to cut before you make that snip if you're a bit scared. And then I love this jug. This is from Susie Watson, and she just has such beautiful, beautiful things. I bought it quite a long time ago. I don't know if she still does the same jug, but I'll have a look, and if she does, I'll link it, because I just think it's such a great shape, particularly for tulips. Now I have got, ka-ching, in my back pocket, a couple of 2p copper coins, and I'm going to plonk those in. It does make a bit of a difference. It keeps them standing to attention a little bit longer. I've just taken the bottom leaf off there, and again I'm going to cut that on the angle. You don't want to have too much of, you never want to have too much foliage in your water. So just take off the leaves, the bottom leaves that would be in the water. And again, you can, you can hold them up and work out where to cut. I'm just doing it by eye, but definitely if you're a little bit apprehensive, it's a good way to do it. So I've just got these pink ones, and I think when they open, there's a little bit of white in there. I think they will look really pretty. And I've got some white ones too. I might do just a jug of white or pink. I haven't quite decided. I actually think I've got a little carried away. And I might just, I've got a lovely glass vase. I might just put pink in here and put the white in the glass one, I think is what I'm going to do. If I literally have just got back from Tesco's. I didn't film in Tesco's. You didn't need to see in there. So these have just come out of the supermarket water. But if they're out of water for a while, it's a really good idea to give them a good drink before you before you arrange them or whatever it is that you're doing. But these are still wet. Particularly if you take them to a friend, you can put a little bit of kitchen roll, wet, damp kitchen roll around a posy of flowers, and then maybe some, tinfoil or something to stop it getting you wet. Just make a little bundle around the bottom of the stems, and that's quite a good way to transport if you're taking some flowers to a friend, which is always so lovely to receive a posy of flowers. Oh, and I see that leaf is a bit battered, so I'm just going to take that off. And actually I hadn't noticed that one is too. So I actually think there's going to be enough in this jug to not add the white ones as well. So I'm going to go and get my glass vase and put the white ones just in there. But those will open up and look really, really pretty. And also, if you're entertaining, if you've got people coming over, it's a great idea to do your flowers like a day or two before they actually come, because these will open up and be looking amazing probably by tomorrow afternoon, whereas today they're still quite tightly closed. And the same for these, they're always better the following day or even a couple of days after. And I find actually these tulips last quite a long time. Tesco's are quite good for their flowers. Their roses are amazing too. I have got my glass vase now with some water. I'm not going to put a copper coin in the bottom, because actually I quite like with this vase them falling over a little bit. And again, let me just show you, you can hold it up. You can put your vase to the edge of the work surface, and you can just sort of hold it to where you want the height, and then just put your fingers on where to cut. So that's how you do that. And then you can use that as a gauge of how much you want to cut off the others. I think when you're arranging flowers, you don't want to have too few that it looks like you're being stingy, but then you don't want to have too many crammed into a vase. So think carefully when you're, arranging them. This is barely arranging, this is plonking them in a vase, but you know what I mean. Think carefully, like I was just umming and ahhing whether I was going to put all of these into this vase. I actually think it looks quite lovely, but I could have kept a couple back and just put those in a little jar, or a little, a little jug, tiny little jug. Please be quiet, darling. So naughty. Mummy, what about me? I'm not having any attention. Yes, do you want to smell the tulips? I don't think they smell of anything really, darling, those ones. And now the others are barking outside. Anyway, I could have put a couple in a little pretty jug on a bedside table or something, but actually I think these look really pretty in here. I also have a bag of goodies to share with you this week. This is kindly sent to me by Annabelle, and Annabelle has Annabelle's Deliciously English range and also Tame and Wild, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. Annabelle is a 5th generation Yorkshire farmer, loves British homemade wonderful produce. She's a girl after my own heart. They have a fruit farm, and she's a beekeeper as well, and she loves making preserves, as I do too, but I definitely have never made this before. So this is a rhubarb conserve, which is Yorkshire strawberries and Yorkshire forced rhubarb combined together, which I cannot wait to try. Some of her strawberry blossoms, she grows a lot of strawberries, strawberry blossom honey, which sounds utterly delicious. Some strawberry chili chutney, which I love a chutney, and some strawberry conserve, and some rhubarb and mango chutney. Now you know Si is going to absolutely love that. So these are really kind of Annabelle to send these, and I can't wait to try them. But then there's also Tame and Wild, which Annabelle's also made, and Si doesn't drink. He hasn't drunk alcohol for over 20 years now. I think he's remarkable. And he gets, sorry, the dogs are chewing on a chew behind me. He gets quite bored of all the soft drinks that he gets offered. So here, he hasn't tried them yet, but he's in for a treat. There is strawberry and cucumber lime flower, damson rose hip and passion flower, rhubarb, elderflower, rose, and blueberry, dandelion, and lavender. I mean, they just sound incredible. So he doesn't know about them yet, but I'm sure he will be absolutely thrilled and excited to try some new drinks. Obviously, they're all non-alcoholic, they're low sugar and less than 30 calories, nothing artificial, all natural, refreshingly sophisticated, gently sparkling drinks inspired by all the English countryside has to offer. From cultivated crops and blooming botanicals to the carefree climbers of the hedgerows, these are simply Tame and Wild drinks. So super excited to try those, and a big thank you from Tame and Wild. They came in this lovely bag. They have sent me a tea towel, always so handy to have tea towel with a bee on it. I love their logo. And then a gorgeous mug, which I shall enjoy with my breakfast. So a big thank you to Tame and Wild. I will put the details of Tame and Wild and Annabelle's Deliciously British in the description below this video, so if you want to check them out, you can easily head over and take a look for yourself. This isn't going to be how to make your sourdough video at all. I'm just going to show you quickly how I feed my starters. I've just taken this out of the fridge, and I love to make a loaf of sourdough for the weekend. So I'm putting it on my scales. These, I've shared these with you before, and I will put the link to them below in this video because they are amazing. I love them, they're light, they're bamboo. The great thing is you can change the units, and I really, really enjoy working with these scales. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I had a sort of horrid old pair before, which weren't a pleasure to use. These are. I'm not going to go into massive detail, and if you are interested, leave a comment below about, you know, go into more detail about sourdough. Can we just have a complete sourdough video? I am not an expert, but I actually don't have the book to hand. I put it away, it's in my office. But I will also link Elaine's book below because I found that amazing. Anyway, enough waffling. I am putting 30 grams of water, and you want to be quite precise. And this isn't tap water, it's water that I boiled from the kettle, because well, I'm not going to go into it, but water can make a difference. So I use boiled water, and then 30 grams of strong white flour into here. So this is just literally feeding my starter because it's been asleep in the fridge for a few days. I haven't made a loaf, and so I'm just going to feed it now and then leave it out, and then I can use it in about 4 or 5 hours time to prepare my loaf, which I will then bake tomorrow. I find actually sourdough is really easy, but you have got to kind of plan ahead and just be a little bit organised with it. But the great thing is you can pop it in the fridge and leave it there. It doesn't matter if you don't want to bake with it for a while, it will be fine. So I'm just giving this a really good mix. You need to make sure that there's no flour on the sides, just mix it well. And then these dogs, there's nobody at the door. Well, I'm sure there's nobody at the door, but they're all barking, running around, so there is somebody here. Anyway, I'm just going to put this loosely on the top and leave it there just to kind of come up to temperature and then be ready to use a little bit later on, so we can have fresh sourdough for the weekend. So it's now Saturday. Sorry, the light is terrible. I've got the sun coming straight in. But I've just taken my sourdough out of the fridge. I've got a piece of baking paper here, and my Le Creuset has just come out of the Arga. I pre-heat it. So I'm just literally going to flip my sourdough out like that. Look at that beauty. And I've got this gizmo. Sorry, it's really difficult to see and show you exactly what I'm going to do. So this is basically a razor blade. Be careful. And I'm just going to score my dough. You need to use something really sharp. So I find a razor blade is best. Even a really sharp knife just doesn't quite do the job. So I've just scored down there, and then I'm going to do a big score a bit deeper across the top of my loaf like that. And it's much easier to do this when it's come straight out of the fridge. So there we have it. I'm literally going to lift it and plonk it in here. Lift up that paper. Centre. Be careful not to burn yourself. Put the lid on and into the hot oven of my Olga for about 55 minutes. And then for the last 5 minutes of cooking, I just take the lid off and we should have a beautiful loaf of bread to enjoy this weekend.
That's his tortoise.
So Billy is coming out of hibernation and here he is. He has spent the winter in here in the back of the garage, and it's jolly good to see the fella, isn't it, Gussie?
Yeah, he's quite cold in the shower.
He's quite cold. He'll warm up soon. We're going to get the sun on him, and then we've also got his heat lamp, so we can put the heat lamp on him,
warm bath.
and we'll give him a nice warm bath, won't we? In fact, I've got the sink ready for him, so we'll just let him have a moment, get the sun on his back. And this is, how old's Billy now, darling?
Oh, maybe 15, 16, something like that.
So we're now weighing Billy to see what his weight is coming out of hibernation. He really has woken up. And then he's going to have a bath, and we've got his bed all ready for him. But I think he might want to go and explore in the garden first. It's beautiful, beautiful sunshine. Have you got his weight down, darling? So in he goes to the laundry room sink for his first bath of the year. I bring him in here every couple of days for him to have a nice bath. And look, he's very happy. He's woken up really quickly. It's such a beautiful sunny afternoon. We thought actually rather than putting Billy under his lamp now, he could just have a bit of natural sun on his back for a little while before he comes into his box inside. And he's got this run, so he's nice and secure in here. And then we've got the box for him to have some shelter, which Si has just brought in. Little Florence is very intrigued. She hasn't met Billy yet. Have you, Flo? You haven't met him. Who is this strange creature that has woken up? Who is he? Who is he? Flo has followed me in. So this is Billy's box that we have inside. And then we've got his lamp there, which I'm going to turn on because we don't need it at the moment. So this isn't the lamp that we normally use for him. That one is not working, but this heat lamp will be better than nothing at the moment. But we do have a special reptile lamp, and I'm hoping that actually the bulb might fit in here. So I'm going to have a little play around and see if it does.